Hey, what's up guys, Chris Connor here and welcome to another Creators episode. In this one, I'm gonna show you guys how I set up my Canon 70D in terms of internal settings in order to give me the highest recording possible. That's one that once put in post, it gives us the cinematic look. Now this one will work for most Canon DSLRs, and the thing is, you do not need to hack your camera with Magic Lantern. Ready? Let's go! The Canon 70D. I guess I'll say to you guys what I said to myself the day I bought it. This is one of the best DSLRs for film enthusiasts. Why? Because it gives you one of the best image qualities from a DSLR, that is, without spending a ton of money, but also has an outstanding autofocus system. One of the best, if not the best, out there. Now throughout the videos, you guys have commented on the image quality and asked me a ton of questions of how do you make this happen. So let's see what goes on inside the 70D. Now, disclaimer number one, I have never hacked my camera, so I have never used Magic Lantern, and personally, I would advise you not to. Disclaimer number two, you do need to know how to edit the footage after you record it and implement color grading techniques in order to achieve the cinematic style. With that said, fire up your Canon and let's get started. So the first thing that you need to do is press the menu button on your camera to open the camera settings. I will skip the first four because, as you can see, it's more about photography than video. So in this one, it has to do with your autofocus selection, and this really depends on your style and what you need at the moment. So we'll go to the sixth one. Now here it gets interesting. I have the grid display on because it helps me frame my shots with using the rule of thirds. Because it helps me frame my shots, and using rule of thirds, this grid is pretty good, I would say. So I have it set on 3x3. Now, pressing the down arrow, we go to movie recording size. Let's press enter. And this is very important, guys. Now, I will not bore you with what each one of those things does, but I always shoot 24 frames per second because it's the cinematic mode basically. And I use the all intra low comp set. Now, if you do not use a Canon 70D or a higher model, you might not have this, but make sure that you select the highest recording composition possible, because as you can see, this one says low comp, which stands for low compression. That means that the camera does not compress the file too much and it gives you more data to work in post, which is very essential for color grading. So you can use the 30 frames, but I don't see any reason because you can't really do any slow motion with it. So if you want the cinematic, go for the 1920 by 1080 24 all intra. Press OK. Digital zoom disabled, sound recording auto. Time code, you don't care, and video snapshot, we do not care. Let's go to the next one. Now here, there's nothing you need to do. Next one, nothing. Next one, nothing. Next one, nothing. Video system. I use NTSC. This basically depends if you are in the States or Europe, which one you want to use. I use NTSC. And that's it. That's the camera settings. Now let's go to the live view because there are more things to fix. Now in the live view mode, press the Q button. And here you have a lot of things again, but go to the picture style. Now, here is the interesting part. I use a third party's picture style, which is called CineStyle by Technicolor. And if you don't know Technicolor, they're basically one of the top leading companies for color grading and color software for films. I will have a link in the description where you guys can go and go to their site and download their Canon DSLR picture style, which is the best. Personally, it makes a huge difference. There's one trick that you guys should do. You should press picture style info and then go to the sharpness setting and press it and put it to +2. Now, The rule says that you should not put an in-camera sharpness. Personally, that's not right because DSLRs on their own are very soft and they do not give you none info in post. So when you apply sharp layers, they basically do nothing because there's no data there. So I always set it on 2. You can set it on 1, but please do not set it on 0. Okay guys, so that's the end of the episode. I hope you learned something. It's really a learning curve when it comes to like DSLR settings and recording video. On the next episode, I'm gonna show you guys a live demonstration of how I use aperture, shutter speed, and ISO to nail the exposure, because that's really what will give you full control in post in order to achieve the cinematic look with color grading. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, imagine, create, and inspire.